In a small town tucked between rolling hills, there lived a girl named Sophia and her best friend Maya. They had been inseparable since they were little, spending hours together after school, sharing secrets, and dreaming about their futures. They lived next door to each other, their homes just a short walk apart, and their friendship was something everyone around them admired. Sophia was thoughtful, careful with her words, and always planned ahead. Maya, on the other hand, was spontaneous, always following her heart and acting on impulse. Sometimes their differences caused friction between them, but it was those very differences that made their bond so unique. It was the start of summer break when the decision came. The two friends had always dreamed of going on an adventure, and now that they had the chance, they were finally making plans. But there was one problem. The decision they had to make wasn't easy. Maya wanted to take a trip to the mountains, a place neither of them had been before, full of unknowns and excitement. But Sophia had other ideas. She wanted to stay close to home, enjoy the town's summer festivals, and keep everything safe and predictable. "Come on, Sophia," Maya had said one evening as they sat under the big oak tree in Maya's backyard. "This is our chance. We can be spontaneous and explore the world beyond the town. Think about it." Sophia had hesitated. "But what if something goes wrong? What if we're not prepared?" Maya laughed. "We'll figure it out as we go. Isn't that the fun part?" But for Sophia, the fun part was knowing exactly what would happen. So they were at a crossroads. Maya's wild adventure or Sophia's plan for a more cautious summer. For days they went back and forth, neither of them willing to budge. The tension between them grew, and their conversations, once filled with laughter and excitement, now had a subtle edge of frustration. One evening, as they sat on the porch, the sun sinking low behind the trees, Sophia spoke up. "I think I've figured it out," she said quietly. "How about we do both? We can take a weekend trip to the mountains, but when we come back, we can spend the rest of the summer here in town, going to the festivals, seeing friends and relaxing." Maya paused for a moment, thinking. That could work. I guess I've been too focused on the mountains, but I really want this to be the best summer ever." "It can be," Sophia smiled. "It doesn't have to be all about one thing." The two friends finally found a way to make both of their dreams a reality. They would go on the adventure Maya wanted, but return to the comforts of home after. They realized that sometimes the best way to move forward was to find a middle ground. The mountain trip was an adventure neither of them would ever forget. They set out on the first morning of their weekend getaway, full of excitement, but also a little nervous. The trails were steep, the air thin, and everything was unfamiliar. Maya was in her element, laughing and running ahead while Sophia carefully planned their next steps, checking their map every few minutes. There were moments of uncertainty, a wrong turn that led them to a dead end, a sudden downpour that left them soaked and cold. But through it all, they stuck together. Maya's enthusiasm kept them moving even when things got tough, and Sophia's careful planning made sure they were never lost for long. By the time they reached the summit, their exhaustion was forgotten. They stood there, breathless, looking out at the breathtaking view of the world below them. It was a moment of triumph, one they shared, knowing that despite the challenges, they had made it. "We did it," Maya said, her voice full of wonder. "We made it because we worked together." Sophia smiled. "Yeah, and we both had to trust each other a little more than we thought." It was in that moment that they understood. Even when they saw the world differently, they could still find a way to make their dreams come true, side by side. When they returned to town, they spent the rest of the summer enjoying everything Sophia had dreamed about. The local festivals, long afternoons at the lake, and quiet evenings watching the stars. They even took turns planning the activities, giving each other a chance to experience what the other loved most. But the best part wasn't the festivals, or the trips to the lake, or the peaceful nights. It was the understanding they had gained about each other. They had learned that it wasn't about following one path or the other. It was about blending their strengths and learning to compromise. They had created a summer that was uniquely their own, combining the best of both worlds. As the summer came to a close and the first hints of fall appeared, the two friends sat on the porch once again, watching the leaves turn colors. They had been through a lot together, and the memories of their adventures would last forever. But more than anything, they had learned an important lesson. Sometimes in life we can feel torn between different paths, between what we want and what others want. But the real treasure lies not in always getting our way, but in finding a way to meet in the middle, where our dreams and hopes can coexist. It's in those moments of compromise, when we work together and trust each other, that we truly discover what makes us stronger. I think we had the best summer ever, Maya said, glancing at Sophia with a grin. Sophia nodded. Yeah, we did. Because we figured out how to make it work, together. And that, dear friends, is the power of friendship and compromise. Sometimes, when we let go of our differences and meet each other halfway, we end up with something even better than we expected. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more. But don't forget to comment your favorite part of the story and share with family or friends. I hope you enjoyed. See y'all in the next video.